Welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that would rather go to Renaissance Festival than a sporting event. Today, we're going to talk about a knife that was sent in to me by my buddy Oscar to have a custom sheath made, and I really want to talk about this one. I like this knife a lot. So this is the Bradford 3D Guardian 5.5 in Magna Cut steel, and I never really messed with one of these 5.5s. I think I had a 3.5 in the shop at one point. I think I had a 3.5 in the shop at one point, maybe another blade from the line, but never the 5.5. And this is a very interesting knife for several reasons, so I want to get into it. But on Bradford's website, you can get this knife right now for $269. Price is subject to change. Currently in stock. Comes with a few other options. You can get different handle colors, different finishes. Very, very cool. The blade finish is between a stonewash, a desert tan, and OD green. You're going to pay $10 extra for that. And you can either have a flat grind or a saber grind. This one's in the saber, I believe. Let's take a look at the knife first. Whoa. So this is a beauty. Stonewash finish, natural micarta scales. And if you look here, see I got a little oil on the micarta from the sheath making, very normal. I was telling Oscar via text that the micarta will actually change color depending on use. The oils from your hands will make it a little bit darker. If you ever want to lighten that up, you can just wash it with some dish soap, and that'll lighten up your micarta. Let's take a walk around this knife. Bradford stamp right here, Magna Cut says right there, and right here we have the Guardian 5.5. That stonewash finish is actually very attractive. The factory edge on this thing is very intimidating. We have a couple 2-hole pins. The handle flares a little in this area, and this here. We got a swell right here, and she flares again at the end, which is actually very ergonomic. Little thin in this dimension, right here. Little thin in this dimension, but not bad. I really like that. And as you can see with my medium-large mitts, there's plenty left over on the bottom. This knife would be good for large hands too. It's just you're gonna wrap all the way around it. Probably really good for gloves, I would say. Medium-large hands with gloves, that would be like the sweet spot for this knife. But I think pretty much anybody can use it. But this was a very popular knife for Bradford, so they've been releasing it in different flavors. The overall length is 10 inches, just over. Blade length, 5 inches, cutting edge 5 inches. It's a plain edge. It's 6.3 ounces. It's a nice weight. It's a good weight. It feels solid. It actually comes with this leather sheath as well, which is serviceable. This is fine. That works. Not a big deal. If that's the sheath you're stuck with, that's a fine sheath. Oscar wanted Kydex, so he hit me up, and I appreciate the business, bud. Targeted for camping and hiking. And again, this one's in the saber grind. You can get it in a full flat, according to the website. And you can either get micarta G10 carbon fiber handle options. The blade thickness is 0.17. So nice, like perfect stock for the size. And one thing I like about a lot of 5-inch blades from other companies like Essie and companies like that, you know, the Topps Architect 5.5, they're very thick stock and or they're a very tall blade. This one is neither. I made the comment to Oscar that this is knife shape, and I really appreciate that. So just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Let's take a look at the fit and finish. Really nicely done. Extremely ergonomic, feels great in the hand. He wanted OD green, and the tan is what we kind of loosely talked about on the phone. We were kind of talking it out. And when I was making the sheath, I kind of inverted those by accident, but he was pretty cool. He took it anyway. I included a bunch of attachments, but you have MOLLE attachments in the back. Of course, it comes with the combat loop here. OD green washers, but I gave him MOLLE attachments, orange washers, and I think tan washers as well are in there. Bunch of extra hardware for you. Here is the retention on the sheath. She is in there. There's no wobble of any kind. The sheath is solid, and the draw on this thing is butter. I told him, like, that is... I'm glad he accepted this one because it came out really nice. So there we go. So everybody thank Oscar in the comments for sending this knife in for us to take a look at. And I want you guys to help fill in the blanks in the comments if you own the Guardian series, if any of you have experience with the 5.5 in the field. Some folks get cranky that it's just a tabletop channel and I don't go out and thump on these knives in the woods, but they're not mine, guys. They're sent in by my customers to make custom Kydex sheaths. The function of the channel is to promote the business, right? But I also love taking a look at new designs, and I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, I'm gonna buy this. In a different flavor, variety, handle, color, and all that, but I want this knife badly. I think it is a very, very nice knife, and the Magna Cut steel, just, I can just imagine this thing taking an edge. I mean, you almost get a sense of like the grain and stuff on the different steels. This has just like a really nice factory edge, and It's just a very good looking knife that will last you a lifetime. Here's a look at the jimping here. Kind of extends out over the handle as you get here. Perfectly placed, by the way. Sharp but not too sharp, locks you right in. I like that you can kind of choke down on the handle. You can have different grips. This is a very versatile blade. It could be flexed into a lot of different roles. I could see this mainly food prep. I could see this mainly woodworking. I could see bushcrafting applications. I could see some tater digging done with this, you know, especially wearing gloves. It would fill out that handle nicely. Again, remember the handle's a little bit thin in this dimension, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I actually kind of like that. The SECM6 is the same way, and I love that knife. So yeah, Oscar, thank you so much for sending this in. You're the man. I look forward to future builds. Sorry I inverted the colors on you, but it was kind of a happy accident. I think it came out really nice. I like the OD green in the back, and I really like the OD washers right here. I think that's just a nice touch. To be a good sheath, you got multiple carry attachments. I put Molly attachments in there for you as well in the bag, you'll see. But yeah, really cool, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of this knife and if you have any experience with it. You can find us on TikTok at 5min Knives. And as always, we'll see you every Sunday at 9 o'clock right here on the YouTubes on the 5 Minute Knives channel.